everybody. I'm your girl, Haneef R Jordan. Thank you for tuning in to Conversations with Friends with Haneef, your girl here. And today we have Nakea Grey on. And I'm excited to have you on my show because when I tell you guys what she's come from, her journey, and how God has just touched her life now, I mean, all these doors that I see that are opening for you is a beautiful thing. But, you know, it didn't come without her own trials and her own tribulations. And so I wanted to encourage women because I lost my mom to cancer. And so the fact that you're still breathing and living and staying here, but you also have a message that can actually save women too from that experience. So with no further ado, girl, let's just go on and dig into it. So let's talk about the cancer first.
Okay.
And how, because you're a survivor. Twice time survivor.
Yeah.
So how did you get it? What did you find out? What caused it, or any of that stuff?
Okay, so the first time, and I'm happy I'm actually healed from the emotional part because I freely can talk about it.
Right.
So from 19 to 23, I lost my virginity in college.
Right.
And a young man gave me HPV. So HPV, I didn't, because I took care of my body, I didn't break out with the warts. So when the cancer was attacking my body, I lost weight rapidly, just certain sicknesses will happen, but I never fully understood what was going on inside of my immune system.
Correct.
So I had basically, was in Job Corps. After college, I went to Job Corps, and they were testing our blood and testing us. You get the health checks.
Correct.
And they told me that I had HPV, and I'm like, what is that? I heard syphilis. I don't have any of that stuff. What is this?
Right.
So they told me, and it was like, okay, but that's not the only thing. Secondly, which is, kind of horrific and horrible. And I was like, what? It was like, you have cancer. Yeah.
How old were you?
When I went to Job Corps, so I graduated from high school at 17, went to college, and then Job Corps at 19, and I got married at 23. So by the time I got to Job Corps, I think I was 19.
Just a baby.
Yeah, just 19, probably shy of 20, or just turned 20. And, just being confused because I hadn't had many sex partners.
Right. Well,
so I was like,
he was
two guys.
Right.
Right. But yeah, so that had happened, and they did everything they could. They sent me to specialists. I saw doctors came from India, Europe, New York. They had me in a room when I got married because I was very honest with my ex-husband.
Correct.
And I told him, I said, I have this thing, and it's also cancer. And he was like, what is that? I said, well, HPV. He was like, well, what is going on? So I expressed to him what was going on. And he went with me to every doctor's appointment. So the last straw was it wasn't in my cervix anymore, but it had evolved to cancer. So the HPV was gone when they checked my blood.
But they gave you
it graduated to cancer. Yeah, so they told me I couldn't have children.
But you got so many, and you're pregnant now.
Right. So I had 3 daughters after that. 2 were from my marriage, and Julia was after.
Right.
And so they did everything they possibly could to heal me from the cancer. Nothing worked. The only thing worked was my prayer.
Amen.
God, and speaking over my life and detoxifying my body. So natural things, because I did the chemo. It was like literally burning my insides.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I wouldn't wish that on nobody.
I wouldn't either.
Yeah.
I wouldn't either. When did it come back and why?
Stress.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, stress. So 2018, for a whole year, I lost weight rapidly. Just allowing myself to stress and to suppress pain with marijuana and alcohol.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, and it wasn't just like a margarita or a glass of wine. I'm talking about drinking like a whole bottle because I was going through a custody battle. I
remember.
Things. Yes, ma'am. And
2018 was a horrible year for us both. My
right,
God, I don't never want to revisit that year.
And just going through the mental depression of not understanding who you are, where you are. I left the industry. I was dating a guy at the time that was 10 years younger than me, and I didn't want to tell anybody I fought cancer for the second time. 2, and it's an internal thing. You feel like a failure. You're like, how did I beat it once and then it came back?
Right.
So I never told him. So some people thought I was on drugs. And they was like, no, it's not the drugs. She can't be on drugs. Her skin too clear. Like,
right.
What is it? And, I just didn't tell anybody. I think my sister didn't even know this time. my kids were the only one, my children.
Yeah.
And they spoke over me and they laid hands on me. I'm saying the cancer was so bad so where my bones would hurt. I went from 220 in all the right places to 120.
Yeah, you know, yeah. I remember seeing.
Yeah, it was such thing. It was horrible. I mean, my bones, everything.
And this is why I say we shouldn't be judging people. When we see people lose massive weight, you know, and they post a picture on their Instagram to make themselves feel good, and then they get all these attacks and comments and stuff. And you don't even know what somebody is facing. You don't know if they have what they are going through. Excuse my French, or if they have cancer, they're fighting. Because stress alone, depression alone, can make you lose complete weight. Because some people are the opposite; they can't eat.
That's right.
You know what I mean? And so we gotta watch our words on attacking people because of how something looks instead of righteous judgment by God.
That's right.
It's two different things. But when you caught it the second time, where did you catch it? Did they tell you why it came back?
So the second time was throat.
Oh my goodness.
The second time was throat, and I'm gonna be completely honest and transparent. It's not PG-13, guys.
No, this is a grown folks show.
Close your kids' ears. But,
okay.
Giving oral sex and swallowing could give you the acid in the semen. Just like when a man urines or when we pee, it turns into acid.
True.
So it was burning a hole in my throat on top of the weed that I was smoking, marijuana.
Right.
And you know, the medical marijuana nowadays, the THC is stronger. And then with the teenagers and the young adults try to smoke the backwoods, not the papers like back in the day.
Right.
So if y'all marijuana smokers, stick to your papers, but
yeah.
But the backwoods and the strong tobacco leaves, along with the oral sex, of swallowing and just stress.
And I'm happy that you're here saying maybe some young girls listening and thinking that's a thing to do and it's really not. You know, I don't know. We've adapted to the wrong concept of sex and things of that nature. I'm not saying don't give your man head. That's not what I'm saying. Go and handle your business. You know, do you.
Right.
But I do agree with that, though.
Right.
Dentists will tell you even when a man gives a woman oral sex, if he swallows that stuff or it's in his mouth, it does something to your enamel of your teeth.
See.
But we all ain't ready for that conversation. So stick to your wife's coochie and not somebody else's. I'm just saying. Make sure y'all clean. Okay, I had to throw that in there so we can lighten it up. But so when you fought this, was it chemo? How did this journey go? Having to keep that to yourself from someone that you did love and you was in a relationship with, and only you and your children knew.
To be honest, it was a hard struggle because he even thought like, are you on drugs? Like, what's going on? What's wrong with you? And I was like, drugs? Like, you be with me 24/7.
Right.
Where do I sneak away to smoke anything better than marijuana? And then when I stopped smoking the marijuana, like I don't smoke cigarettes. You know, he was like, something else was going on. But God, karma's real. His best friend, after I got cured from the cancer, his best friend got cancer. Him and his best friend were fighting, and I kept telling him, I said, you need to call your friend. You need to call your friend. And he was like, nah, we had a fight. And they were like kind of fighting over me because he was spending a lot of time with me versus his family versus his friend. You know, you grow up, you get in a relationship.
I get it. It happened.
You know, and he was like, bro, we ain't even the same no more. But he ended up fighting cancer. I forgot. If I'm not mistaken, I don't think he had the same cancer, but it was vivid. You could see the cancer in him. He said, because he was driving Uber or Lyft at the time. And he got a call from someone in the neighborhood, and his friend got in the car and he looked. And he said, bro, what's wrong with you? And he was like, yeah, I'm fighting cancer. But you didn't want him to spend time with me when I was sick. You were telling him, oh, go with me to a party. Do this, do that. And God turned around and gave him the very thing that I had.
Wow.
And he was like, I apologize, babe. You know, I said mean things to you. And I know for damn sure my friend's not on drugs, and I misjudged you instead of just being humbling and understanding that, you know, just trusting someone.
Did he make it out of the cancer?
Yeah. He fought it for a year too.
Okay.
It's crazy because I was like, dang, he went exactly through what I went through. But I went through the chemo the first time. The second time I didn't go through chemo.
You didn't go through chemo?
No, because of what it did. It burned my insides. Like they were trying to destroy my uterus.
So what happened? What did you take?
I did everything natural.
Okay.
Except the chemo. I did everything natural. And I'm not a doctor.
Right.
And I'm not
You did what worked for you.
That's right. And if you can, advise your doctor what you're going to do. and
They
take
can
your
work
vegetables,
with. Yeah.
detoxify your body, listen to your doctor's sayings. You know what I'm saying? See the natural things in life that you can take that doesn't have the preservatives in there. Start eating natural to get your natural body alkaline back in line with your body.
Right.
So your body can, because we were created to fight anything.
True.
Yeah,
But the stuff we eat is why our immune system is the way it is.
Yep.
Let's talk about your new ventures. Even though you're pregnant, you out here hustling. How many months are you now?
Almost 5.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So just about 5.
Do you know what you're having?
No, I want to do a gender reveal.
Okay.
But I don't know.
you know.
I don't know. It's a lot of industry drama. Everybody's gonna find out eventually who the father is.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I just try to keep my personal life away from the industry.
Or just
you
the
told
TV.
me that a long time ago.
I told you that if you want to have a happy life, you'll keep a private life.
That's right.
Yeah, you do business, and I may give snippets to y'all, but you're just getting a snippet of my life. You don't get the full story, so it's just none of your business. And I don't care how big I make it; it's still none of your business. I share what I want when I'm led. And that's that. Because when you do that, people become entitled to thinking they're entitled to your life story.
Right.
They're entitled to the things that you do. They're entitled to the decisions that you make.
That's right.
And so, no. The only ones entitled to that is the God that leads me.
Amen.
When I consult with Him, and of course, who I am married to, we make those decisions. So I let you see what I want you to see.
That's right.
So let's talk about real quickly the ventures that you're in and how people can see about Nakea Grey and what's going on with it.
Right now, well, I still have the restaurant, but it's on hold because we're looking for a more
different
sustainable location.
Yeah.
And then also Rebuild Your Lab, my nonprofit, still giving out city certificates, but we got authorized to do our own now.
Okay.
The morning tea. So I'm looking for hosts currently, 2 guys and 2 girls, because I'm not going back as a host.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I'm venturing off to the production world.
You hear that, you guys? So how can they find you if someone wants to put an application in for a host? How can they find you on Instagram?
Well, for the morning tea, just type in the morning tea. Well, type in my name, Nakea Grey, and all my pages will pop up.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's the beauty in that. You just type in Nakea Grey, Rebuild Your Lab, Queen's Tacos, all the stuff. My Healing Hands journey, teaching people about natural health and natural way of doing things. Rebuild Your Lab will pop up. The firm, which is the publicist firm that I co-own with 2 business partners. And my daughter's brand, Sisters Forever, their lifestyle brand. Yeah, just
so you're a busy mama.
Yeah.
You're a busy mama. Good for you.
And my regular page, you gotta say.
Oh, just her.
Yeah.
So that's why I want y'all to follow her, because she posts a lot of things that she's doing on her journey. Rebuild Your Lab nonprofit. You've had that forever, and so you've always been about your community. And recently, what I saw was Daz Dillinger. You guys gave him his certificate, and I thought that was amazing. That you guys did that. And how was that journey in even getting to these type of people that that we grew up listening to?
Right. To be honest with you, just speaking into existence, a friend of mine told me, he was like, because I would pull up with the actual city certificates from different cities.
Correct.
But when I got authorized by the state to do my own, I was like, oh, I can do that. And it's like, yes, you're registered with the state of California. You have the authorization to do that. Or you could still just go through whatever city council's office. But during COVID, we had got backed up.
Correct.
I had talked to District 8, District 9, 10, and a few other offices. And they was like, no, go ahead and do your own. You don't have to wait on us. Or you can wait on us, and it's going to take 6 to 9 months. And I'm like, well, the event is in less than a month.
Right.
And they was like, no, go ahead and do it. So I got my state seals. And voila.
Look where you are now.
Yeah.
You are now.
So just speaking it into existence and believing, that you can do anything you put your mind to.
100% in consistency.
Yes.
And the one brand of yours that I know that I've always seen consistency is Rebuild Your Lab.
Yes.
I know some of the other ones are new, and people will see that. Morning tea, you guys, she's looking for 2 hosts. If you're interested in hosting, want to try your foot in it, Nakea Grey is who you want to reach. If you want to donate to Rebuild Your Lab, because she's community based, please find that on Instagram too. Click .org, click the link, and there's information there for you to definitely donate.
Got a few movies coming out too.
Yes, that's what I want to talk about. I did see a snippet on your page. Let's give a shout out.
Well, I'm an actress as well.
Okay.
So I'm in a few productions myself, but I also am venturing off to do my own production. So we're in the middle of writing my daughter's movie, Sisters Forever.
Okay.
And it'll talk about their journey, just their gifts as young Black goddesses, and just naturally knowing your God-given talent and embracing it. And Reality Check, the reality TV show that I'm doing, showing young women a different way of doing it, where we don't always have to be with the rah-rah or fighting all the time, you know, but just embracing their businesses of who they are. Some people may be a club promoter, or some may be a salon owner, you know, things like that. So Reality Check, and that's under I believe that's under my name too. If not, it's under just Reality Check.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Well, you guys, you can reach that. Thank you so much, Nakea Grey, for coming on to my show. You guys, we have something coming up. I think our next, maybe December. We have something special and unique. I have some great guests coming on to tell you some real stories about their journey. So until next time, folks, thank you for tuning in.